Hey there, and thanks for joining this Sellbrite onboarding webinar. Today, we're going to cover how to get started with setting up your new Sellbrite account, and we'll discuss everything from the simple steps of connecting your existing selling channels to turning on some of Sellbrite's inventory options like Inventory Sync. Before we start though, it's important to have a couple of things handy to make the onboarding process as simple as can be. First, you'll want to have all of your account logins for the channels you sell on. I sell on Shopify, Amazon, and eBay, so I'm going to want to make sure that I have those login credentials handy. The other thing to have handy is more of a question to answer, and that is, do I have matching SKUs from channel to channel? I have some of my products already listed in my Shopify store, as well as in eBay and in Amazon. Luckily, when I listed these products in each channel, I made sure to list my products with the same SKU in each channel. Having matching SKUs from channel to channel is the most optimal way for Sellbrite to set up your inventory, but if you don't have matching SKUs from channel to channel, or even SKUs at all, that's totally okay. It's just important to start thinking about this now, and we'll circle back to this thought shortly. That being said, let's dive in. The first thing you'll see after you log into your new Sellbrite account is our setup guide. The first slide we're seeing here shows us the 3 steps we're going to cover using the setup guide. First, we're going to want to connect all of the channels we sell on or are going to sell on using Sellbrite. Second, we're going to establish inventory from one of your sales channels, and third, we'll import all of your listings from the channels you connected during step 1. I'm going to go ahead and select Get Started. So as the last slide mentioned, the first step in setting up my Sellbrite account is to first connect all of the channels I already sell on or am going to sell on using Sellbrite. I have a Shopify store and already sell on Amazon and eBay, so I'm going to connect all 3 channels during this first step of the setup guide. All I need to do is select the channel I want to connect and simply follow the instructions. This is where those login credentials come in handy. I'm just going to keep adding my eBay and Amazon accounts and going through this process. There's going to be some options that you'll need to agree to for each channel that you connect. For Amazon, I think we're going to have some options that we're also going to need to agree to. And you'll see here, just read that and go ahead and select Next. And we are just about done connecting. Now that I have all of my channels connected, I'm going to move on to step 2 and build my inventory in Sellbrite for my primary channel. We think of a primary channel as a place where most or all of your inventory lives. For me, all the inventory I sell is already listed in my Shopify store, whereas I only have a handful of products listed in eBay and Amazon. So I'm going to choose Shopify as my primary channel and let Sellbrite build my inventory from my Shopify listings. Now, while Sellbrite is importing and building my inventory from Shopify, Sellbrite is also importing my listings from eBay and Amazon simultaneously, trying to automatically link matching SKUs. This is where having a consistent SKU system across the channels you already sell on comes in handy. Now, like I said before, if you don't already have a SKU system in place for your existing listings, that's okay. You'll still be able to manually link listings from your secondary channels, in my case listings from eBay and Amazon, to the inventory imported and built from your primary channel, in my case Shopify. We'll cover how to manually link listings shortly, but I want to quickly show you around Sellbrite while everything downloads in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and select Done here. So now that I've gone through and completed the setup guide, the dashboard will be the first thing I see when logging into Sellbrite moving forward. The dashboard will provide you with a snapshot of the business you're managing through Sellbrite and give you some clean insights into how your inventory is performing across the channels you have connected. You'll also be able to access some of our resource guides towards the bottom right hand side of the dashboard and see any and all announcements coming from our product team about updates. Next, we have the inventory page. Luckily, we just went through the process of building my inventory from Shopify, so we'll be able to see what came in. You'll notice there are 2 views to the inventory page, one being the inventory manager and the other being the selling manager. The inventory manager is a place to access your quantities per SKU to make quick edits to your quantities and prices. These quick quantity and price adjustments can automatically update out to your listings, but we'll first need to go through a couple of steps before that can happen. The selling manager, on the other hand, is a place to identify where your products may or may not already be listed, and then take action. From here, I'm able to easily identify where my inventory is already listed, so I can then begin the process of creating new listings for my inventory. You'll see that I already can tell some of the listings from eBay and Amazon have been properly linked to my inventory from Shopify using the channel icons to the right of the page. We're still going to cover how to manually link listings from your secondary channels, in my case Amazon and eBay, to the inventory imported from your primary channel if your SKUs don't match, but let's keep exploring. Next, we have the listings page. Similar to the inventory page, you'll see a drop-down appear when you hover your mouse over listings, allowing you to view all listings from one of the channels you have connected. In the setup guide, I connected Shopify, eBay, and Amazon, so these are the channels I can view listings for. Let's take a look at my Shopify listings first, since Shopify is my primary channel. It's here in the listings manager for Shopify, where I can access and edit all of my Shopify listings directly from within Sellbrite. I can make edits, updates, or changes to my Shopify listings here. I can access and edit listings for any channel connected to Sellbrite, with a few exceptions. That being said, here's a good spot to pause the exploration and dive back into making sure everything is set up correctly. Now to recap, I've connected all of the channels I sell on. I've built my inventory in Sellbrite for my primary channel, Shopify, and Sellbrite has automatically linked the listings for my secondary channels, eBay and Amazon, if my SKUs match from eBay and Amazon to what was imported first from Shopify. So what I need to do now is confirm that all of my listings are linked, so all of my listing quantities are being managed by Sellbrite. If a listing is not linked, Sellbrite can't sync quantity. All of my Shopify listings are linked because my inventory was built from Shopify, so I don't really need to double check that channel. Rather, I'm going to take a look at my eBay listings to make sure everything I had listed in eBay prior to Sellbrite was auto-linked, and the first thing I'm seeing is an unlinked icon for a variation listing. Since I only have 3 listings in eBay, it's pretty easy to see what's linked and what's unlinked. If you have a few more listings, it'll be easier to view what's unlinked by using the unlinked filter to the left of the page here to only see what listings are not linked. So I guess I must have mistyped a SKU in eBay, even though I thought everything matched. This is why it's important to make sure all listings are linked right after Sellbrite finishes importing all of your listings. I'm going to open this variation listing and go to the variation section of this listing and make sure that each variation is linked to the correct SKU in my inventory. All I'm doing is hovering my mouse over each unlinked icon and selecting Link to a Product. I'm then searching for the correct SKU within my Sellbrite inventory, which again was built from my Shopify information. Once I find the correct SKU, I can simply hit Select, and that variation is then linked. I'm going to link each and every variation, and this is going to take a little bit of time, so now you can understand why having a SKU system prior to getting started is a really big advantage. So now that my listings are linked for eBay, I'm just going to confirm that all of my Amazon listings are linked. And yep, they're all linked. So don't really need to worry about anything there. Okay, so next, after all of my listings are linked, I want to now confirm quantities in Sellbrite for my inventory. This is probably the most important aspect of getting set up. All I need to do is cross-check and confirm Sellbrite has the correct quantities in the inventory manager. And actually, I'm going to open up Sellbrite's bulk editor to do this even faster. Now, my quantity should already be accurate, assuming inventory was accurate in Shopify initially, but let's just confirm that quickly. Okay, so now that I've updated quantities or confirmed quantities are correct in Sellbrite, I can now turn on Sellbrite's inventory sync for each channel I have connected. One last recap though, before we talk about inventory sync. So far, I've connected my channels to Sellbrite, I've built inventory in Sellbrite from my Shopify store, and have linked my eBay and Amazon listings to the inventory now in Sellbrite, built from Shopify. I've confirmed that the quantities in Sellbrite are accurate, and now I just want Sellbrite to make sure the products that I have listed in Shopify, eBay, and Amazon are all synchronized so I don't oversell. So now let's go turn on some magic. Inventory sync is an option I need to turn on for each and every channel that I have connected to Sellbrite, assuming I want Sellbrite to automatically push quantity updates out to that channel. To access this option, I'm going to go to my listings and select Add/Manage Channels. I'm then going to open up the settings for each and every channel I want Sellbrite to manage inventory for, even including Shopify, the channel I use to build my inventory. Once inventory sync is activated for a channel, Sellbrite will update the linked listings on that channel every 15 minutes with the quantities I have logged in my inventory. This means that if I ever need to update quantities due to a receipt of new inventory, I will no longer need to update quantities in Shopify, eBay, or Amazon. Rather, I'm only going to need to update quantities in Sellbrite once for my inventory, and that's it. It's that simple. And now that inventory sync is turned on for all channels, I can be sure that Sellbrite will adjust quantities accordingly as orders come in from Shopify, Amazon, or eBay for any product that's listed in all three marketplaces. So this is how you get onboarded. There's a couple other things that we can definitely talk about, but for the purposes of getting set up, this is pretty much it. You have connected your accounts to Sellbrite, your inventory has been built, and you have linked your listings from your channels, and you are now ready to start learning some new features and some new aspects of the system that include listing your inventory, processing orders, running reports to gain insights, and so forth. With that being said, let's go ahead and take some of your questions.